Yo, 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 what's going on, everyone? What up, what up? It's your girl, Audie, getting at you guys with another Audie's Art podcast. Today is July 12th, 2024, and I am finally getting to the rest of the clips that I recorded, I believe, 25th, 26th of last month in June, and I'm sitting here at my desk right now, painting drums. And I wanted to kick on another Audie's Art podcast, but I'm like, girl, you haven't even finished editing last month's episode. So that's what you're going to be hearing today. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And I hope you guys enjoyed the previous episode. Yeah, I just kind of, dropped everything. And started recording it to the next day. So that's what you're going to be hearing. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and many more to come, because I'm just doing art like crazy for the past couple weeks. So I'm quite happy about it. I'm in a happier place. I could be doing a lot more better. I'll probably mention it in the Re-Up podcast. The Re-Up podcast is me doing gig work, food delivery, package deliveries, things like that. So so let's get on with this episode, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And don't forget to add, rate, comment, subscribe, follow, and share, and let's get to it. What's going on, you guys? So it is the next day. I came home last night. I did a little bit of painting, and I was so tired that I just ended up going to sleep. So it is the next day. The time right now is 11:53 in the morning, almost into afternoon, Tuesday, June 25th. So I was so overwhelmed this morning. Like, oh my gosh, like I was losing my shit. I woke up at like 7:30, and I was like, maybe I should get up and, get dressed and just start heading on down to the lumber yard to, pick up my wood if they hadn't cut it yet. Me just being there, maybe they'll get to it. And so the thing with me is I don't like to rush. I hate rushing. Don't fucking rush me. Like, I hate I don't do well under pressure, right? That I know about myself. So, I was already starting to feel anxious. Another thing that was pissing me off too, and I just, I saw it when I went out to take some stuff out of my vehicle to make room for me to put the wood in. The fucking assholes at the tire place, they put my donut back into my car completely wrong. So I'm actually thinking about going on Google and being a Karen and write like a shitty fucking review, because it was fucking shitty. They put the donut back in, and they put it in upside down, and they didn't even like center it. Like, they just like, the motherfucker just threw in the tire and then just like left it. He didn't put like the tools back away. He didn't secure it. Like, everything was just all loose in the back of my trunk. So that shit pissed me off. And so me and my dad were out there trying to, put everything back in its place. And that took a lot out of me. And mind you, I live in Arizona, and it's like fucking hot. Like, it's hot. So let's see. Okay. It was 87 degrees at 7:46 this morning. And we did that shit like around like 9 o'clock. I'm refreshing the Fahrenheit. So right now it is 96 degrees. Not too bad. We're not in the hundreds yet. But, like it just, the humidity, because there are clouds outside, so it was humid. Sorry for that interruption. That was my folks. Oh my gosh. Should I tell you guys about it? So, my parents, very, very quickly, their speedometer has been off, and they were like, "We don't know what's wrong with it. It's like broke now." And I was like, "Is it a glitch? Maybe you should turn the truck off and turn it back on." And uh, they were like, "Oh, we're gonna take it to O'Reilly's or somewhere and see what the hell's wrong with it." And that's what's crazy. All right, so if they put the right person on it at O'Reilly's, they could have figured it out because it was so fucking simple. But anyway, they took it to a garage guy. Like, we know this guy, we trust this guy, and he my parents were telling him like, yeah, we got on the freeway and like we were going 65, but it said that we were going like over 100 or something, and they were like freaking out about it. And then the guy was like, well, it could be a sensor, but let me check it out. So he checked it out, and it turns out that they had their speedometer set to a foreign. It wasn't set to miles per hour. It was set to like TMI or something like that. I don't know. I don't know car talk or abbreviations and things. But I was laughing so hard. I was like, "Oh my god." So I need to call Rob back because Rob knows a lot about cars, and he was already stressing out about. And let me tell you guys something. I've been stressing Rob out so much with all of the things that I'm telling you about in this art podcast, like with my wood pieces and things like that. So yeah, but that's what my parents were calling me about. So I got to hit up Rob and, chill him out on my parents' speedometer. But anyway, so me and my dad were out there fooling around with the donut and stuff, trying to put it back or whatever. And then, I haven't had anything to eat. And if you guys know my history when it comes with my health, I'm diabetic. I have to have something to eat. So I didn't want to like go to the lumber yard, and because they don't help you load your vehicle. Like they don't help you load, and if you need their help, they're like, "Okay, well, you got to throw us a few bucks." So, I'm a female, I'm not that masculine, I'm pretty weak. You know what I'm saying? So, oh my God. And that's like another thing. I need to try to hit the gym today. But anyhow, I was kind of like stressing about like, dude, when if I'm unable to, load my car myself, and, do I have a few extra bucks to throw at them to help me load my car, to transport it to the guy that's going to make the cuts for me? And I was wondering, like, should I hit him up? Is it too early? Because it was 8 o'clock, and, I don't know this guy like that, but, I'm guessing that, like, we're doing business, so it's like, he should be up, right? I mean, I don't know. So I was stressing about, like, do I hit him up and, just let him know? And, back to my health, like, I haven't ate anything. So I was already stressing out, and my dad was like, "What's wrong?" And I'm just like, I just have a lot of shit to do. I got a lot of things like going on inside my head, and even though like nothing's happened yet, like I'm getting very overwhelmed, and I'm gonna need something to eat. So he's like, "Oh, don't worry, like we'll just." Here's another thing I forgot to tell you guys. I asked my parents if, well, no, I think that came after. I was thinking in my mind if they would be able to go and pick up the wood and transport it, because the reason why my dad was with me outside, the real initial reason, it wasn't just to help me put back the donut. He came out there to measure my trunk, and he was like, "Oh, the wood's not gonna fit." And I said, "Well, it fit last time that I did it." And then my dad was like, "Oh, we'll just come with you and help you load it. We'll take the truck." So I'm like, "Oh, okay, fine." And right there, I started to get overwhelmed because it was like I felt like I had like a deadline or whatever. So, like that was kind of getting to me. And it just seemed to drain or take my energy very, very quick when I was like, like, yeah, you guys can come with me. And I was like, I need to get something to eat. And then my dad was like, yeah, go get something to eat. And then, we'll start getting ready. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I ordered my food, went to pick it up, came back, and like, I just felt like I could not and would not and will not enjoy my food. And I'm the type of person, and my parents have said this to me. They're like, you're like a bear. And I talked about this on the Why Run podcast, like, I want to say like half a year ago. But like, they were like, yeah, you're like a bear. Like, you don't like to be disturbed and distracted when you eat. And that is so true. Like, don't bother me when I'm eating. Like, don't, like, unless you're eating with me and we're watching the same TV show and we can make comments and remarks about the TV show that we're watching, like, sure. But like, if I'm eating and if I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I'm the type of person, I like to watch things when I'm eating. And my nephew's the same way. Like, we have to be watching our favorite movie or TV show, right? And don't bother us. Like, don't talk to us like I'm eating. Don't ask me to do shit. I'm eating. Like, just leave me the fuck alone. I'm eating. But everything, I just knew it. And because I knew that, walking into my house, I was like already like frustrated. And I hit up the dude and I was like, you know what, let me read the conversation, because this was how it went. Okay, so this morning I wrote, good morning, this is Audie. I'm heading down to Timber in a few to pick up my wood. 2 questions. Where am I taking it to? And do you take cash or cart? Let me know, thanks. And then he wrote, good morning, Audie. My address is... I can take cash or Zelle, preferably cash. And I said, sweet, thanks. Just so you know, because I don't like to keep people waiting, I have a bit of a delay, so I hope to be there at your location before or around 12 p.m. So that's where I was like, I want to enjoy my food. Like, I don't like rushing, and, I just want to, like, just do this shit at my own pace, right? And then he says, I have an appointment at 12:30. I am available anytime earlier than that or after 1 p.m. And then I have another appointment at 2 p.m. If these times don't work for you, I can do it tomorrow. And I was like, oh, are you fucking kidding me? And then I wrote back, okay, no problem. My folks said they can transport it there to you. I hope it's okay for them to wait because I need them right away. Smiley face. And he didn't say anything right away. And then, okay, see, I wrote that message at 2:42 in the morning, and then he gets back to me, or no, I wrote him again at 10:30 saying, hey, I appreciate you squeezing me. Oh, he gave me a call. And we talked about it, and so basically I was like, you know what, like, my parents will go ahead and drop it off, and you take care of your appointments and everything, and I'll pick up my wood in the evening. So he was like, oh, okay, that's great, whatever. And he kept talking about, like, oh, I normally charge 85, but I'm charging you 40. And it's like, yeah, that's what you told me yesterday. So I don't know why he was like intensifying that. Like, it seemed like he wanted to be like, oh, well, I want to charge you 85. Like, I want to charge you 85, but I'm charging you 40. So it's like, dude, like these cuts that I make myself takes me no more than 20 minutes, like 15 minutes. Like, they're very simple cuts. So we got off the phone, and then I said, hey, I appreciate you squeezing me into your busy day. Just so you know, or just so you have my parents' information too. And then I said what my parents' name is and their phone number, and I said they have your information as well, and they will reach out to you when they are close. Thank you very much. And he liked that message. And then I wrote him back after my mom called saying that they left the lumberyard. I said, they are on their way to your place now. They are driving a dark gray 4-door truck. And he liked that message too. So he calls me after my parents leave, and he was like, oh, I just have additional questions. And I'm like, all right, cool. So he got paid. He got his $40. He's just going to be making some straightforward cuts. And I hope he doesn't call me too late, but today I have to still run and get me some primer. And that way tomorrow morning I can wake up bright and early, bright and bushy tailed to spray them. Well, I need to like router them and all of that stuff. So, oh my gosh. So I was just really overwhelmed. Like it sounds so simple, right? Like my parents agreed to go pick up the wood, and they're just taking it 3 miles to place. And they gave them the measurements. They dropped it off, and it's like, bitch, you're still okay, you're cool, right? And I'm just sitting here like like I'm just fucking panicking. And I don't know this guy. I've never met him. I'm gonna meet him tonight, but like I don't know. Like, it's just, I need everything to go smoothly. And it's so funny because like when I used to watch sitcoms that have something to do with art, or and it was always funny to me when there was like an artist that was like, their nose is stuck up high in the air, and like their painting or their sculpture just has to be perfect, and the sculpture has to be displayed at a skew setting. And like, oh, if you're gonna have my painting, I prefer that you use like a spotlight on my painting. Like they're very particular like with their art, and I never like understood that. Like, it was funny because it's just like, oh my god, like these these artists and these people that do sculptures and things like that. Like, it's always like, oh my god, these people need to get the fuck over themselves. It's not that serious, it's not that deep. But it's like, now I'm just like, oh my god, like, am I them? Am I turning into them? So it's just like, oh my god, like, yes, everything has to be done a certain way, and I can't believe, and if I'm desperate, I will call and be like, yo, I need you to make some cuts, I trust your work, and blah blah blah. But I prefer to do my own cutting. You know what I'm saying? So I have to, when he gives me a call and says like, hey, everything's done, blah, blah, blah. Pick up the stuff. I have to go over, what he's cut. And see, that's the thing, is that, I already paid him or whatever, but the reason why I paid him right away is because, he's telling me 40. So it's like, okay, like, I don't want to pay him after, because if I were to pay him after, he would be like, oh, well, I spent like 32 minutes, so it's over 30 minutes, so I want the full $85. And it's just like, yo, like, I'm locking you in at 40. You know what I'm saying? These cuts, they're very, I'm asking for large pieces to be cut. It'd be completely different if I was having him make like 2 by 2, 2 inch by 2 inch pieces. Like, that would probably take a longer time, but we're not doing that. So, he just seemed very like, oh, I want to charge you 85, but these are very, very basic cuts. And I'm just like, right. That's why I'm throwing you the 40 already. So, but when I get there, I'm going to have to like measure everything, like to make sure everything's good. And, honestly, if he fucks up on like some of them, I don't know if that, I could, when I fuck up on my own cutting, like I save those pieces, you know what I'm saying? Like I save, like my fuck ups, and I just whip it and turn it into something else, which is fine. But like I really need at least a shelf and two sides. So yeah. I just got done painting the beams on the yeah. I need to do some touch-ups, and I'm trying to enjoy my iced coffee. There's no fucking ice in it. Yeah, I kind of want I'm just very thirsty right now, so I don't know if coffee is like a good thing. But I need to do some touch-ups, and then I'll be able to work on my third shelf, and it is coming along. I'm quite happy and excited about it. I can't wait to touch it up, take a picture of it, and shoot it to Rob. Like, he's just like, damn, babe, these are sick. And it's like, fuck yeah. I think Rob and I were gonna go do a live show today, I think. I'm not sure. And then I have to start editing this episode and the one that I did yesterday. So yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be a mashup or what, but I just get in these talking modes, right? Like I always want to talk about things that I'm like thinking about as I'm working, or whatever. But I'm listening to music, and I'm listening to like other people's podcasts and things like that. So yeah, I guess that's my update of my fucking panic attack, and me with my nose up in the air like, oh, it has to be like this, it has to be like that. And yeah, I just hope a homeboy can get those pieces cut and ready for me to go. I was thinking about doing some deliveries because he lives in the city Gilbert. And Gilbert is pretty popping with deliveries, but it is Tuesday, and I've always said in the Re-Up podcast that, nobody's ordering on Tuesdays. So I don't know, it might flip and change around, so, I might do it, I might not, but I still gotta go and get some primer and all of that before I come back home. That way I'm ready and set to go. As soon as I wake up, I can kick on the air compressor and the spray gun and just go, psh, like just do all the things that I need to do and just calm the fuck down. Okay. But, yeah, so I'm gonna go touch these two shelves up and then start the third one. And, I'm still thinking of recording maybe just like a little bit. I mean, I don't know, but we'll see. So, yeah, I will check you guys in the next clip. Yo, so I am touching bases with you guys. I just got done having a little cup of mac and cheese. It was so good. I had to go to the corner store and get it freshly made. And then when I was there, I got some ice water to put my grape, sugar-free grape powder mixture Kool-Aid thing in it. And it's so good. But yeah, I think I wasted a good hour like doing completely nothing. I was laying in the bed talking to Rob, and he's like, go to sleep, take a nap. And I'm like, no, I can't, no. And so I got up, got something quick to eat and drink, and now I'm gonna go back to work. So I just thought I would check in with you guys. I am starting my third shelf. I already touched up the other two, and it is ready for the border. We call it the Luna. Luna is what it's called, and it represents raindrops. So I hope that doesn't take forever. Usually it doesn't. Oh, excuse me. And I use my hair blow dryer to dry the paint, but it's so freaking hot in my office. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that without getting hot. But I don't know. We'll see. It does speed up the drying process like so much more, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it. But I'm not gonna think about that right now because I'm gonna do the third shelf with the black and the white painting the clouds. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then yeah, the time right now is 2:24 p.m. and I'm guessing that is at his second appointment. So I'm kind of guessing that maybe he'll be giving me a call or a text at like 6 p.m. or something. So yeah, and I'm trying to leave my house at like 4:30 because I signed up for Uber flat rate, and basically it's you're guaranteed $16 on top of your deliveries. So yeah, I might make a re-up for that because I've never really done it before. And yeah, I'm gonna try it out. It worked on my parents because my parents did it yesterday, and I was checking their earnings, and yeah, they hit a lot of those. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like maybe I'll go ahead and try that. So that one, it is from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So again, I'm thinking like, okay, so if Mr. Lee might get done with my stuff, I'll be close to where he lives, you know what I'm saying, to pick up my boards. My parents just got home, and yeah, I'm gonna clean up and get started on the third shelf. It's so nice to hear that your parents don't want you doing nothing but your art. That is so nice. It does make me feel so much better because I just got done telling them that I scheduled myself to do deliveries from 5 to 8, and they were just like, no, it's okay, don't worry about it. Like we'll do the deliveries. And they were like, is going to call you or text you to let you know that when the boards are done. And I said, yeah. And they were like, oh, well, don't worry about it. We can just pick it up. You stay home and paint. And I was like, nice, thanks. So I'm back in the studio, about to do the last board with the clouds, and then I'm gonna go in and try to do the Luna. All three of them should be done as far as the border. So I'm like so happy and so relieved that my parents are here to help in this way. Oh my gosh, it just makes things so much easier and less stressful. Thank goodness. So, let's see what else. So, I'm having another cup of iced coffee. It is so good. I had to pull my tablet out from my satchel because I thought I was going to go to the reservation yesterday. And of course, plans changed for the better. Things are getting done. Yes. So, yeah, I'm setting up my tablet to watch other artists' work because it inspires and motivates me to continue doing my shit. And, yeah, I will check back in with you guys and let you guys know how the process is going. So stay tuned. Okay, I'm kind of recording in a weird way. Hold on. Is that better? No idea. Okay, so I have you guys set up on my easel, and I'm gonna talk while I paint. So actually called and said that he said that the boards were done, and as soon as I got that message, I ran into my kitchen and told my parents like, oh, he's done. It's ready for pickup. And I was telling Rob that, you know what, I think he kind of wanted to meet me because he was like, oh, I look forward to meeting you next time. So I was like, yeah, cool. So, yeah, I'm so happy that my parents went to go pick it up. I have the boards now, but let me tell you, I was starting to get hungry, right? And so I went and got, I went to the corner store and then I ordered me some mac and cheese made fresh. And yeah, I ate that. It was so good. And then I went back to I went back to painting. Oh my gosh, hold on a second. Hold on. I feel like I'm doing this wrong. Am I doing this wrong? Oh my god, I think I'm doing this wrong. Holy shit. Okay, no, I'm not. Oh my god, girl. Oof. I thought I was painting the line on the wrong side. Ooh, that would have been bad. After my mac and cheese, alright, started to work, and then I was like, man, like I'm still I'm still hungry. So I actually called and got some takeout. You know, I called in my order. And when I got there, okay, so I ordered and yes, this is important. I ordered a fucking patty melt, right? I ordered a patty melt, and I've always ordered ordering from Denny's, right? I always tell them, like, you know, I want a patty melt, you know, cooked medium, and I want my onions raw and on the side. Never had a problem with it. Never had a problem with it before. All these fucking years that I've been ordering a patty melt the exact same way, never had an issue. And when I got there, you know, she was like, okay, let me go grab it. And I was like, okay, great. And I was getting ready to pay. She comes back and she was like, oh, well, the sandwich already comes with onions already like sauteed or whatever. And then I was like, yeah, but I want it raw. And then she was like, oh yeah, but you know, that's just how it comes. And then I'm like, that's why I called in the fucking order. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't pull this shit on me right now. And she was like, oh, well, if I give you the raw onions, it's gonna be like $1 extra. And I was like, no, fuck that, that's stupid. And she was taken back, like that's why I called. And you said there wasn't a problem. You have never said that I would have to pay extra. You said it was okay. Fucking bitch. So I always tip, but I didn't tip this time. It's so fucking stupid. Like, how you gonna fucking just say that shit? You know, like as you're going, you know? So whatever. I didn't get my onions drawn on the side. And let me tell you, like, oh my god. And like one part of the sandwich, and I took pictures. I'm gonna fucking write a fucking Google review. Like, yeah, I do get that way, because I know what it's like to do good customer service, right? I've been in the service business, and like I have my own business, so you know what I'm saying? Like, they're just doing it all fucking wrong. Any fucking professional will fucking tell you that that's some weak ass shit. So yeah, whatever. So my food was not enjoyable. It was not. One side of my burger didn't even hardly have that much meat in it. So that was fucking. And then I got like weak ass fries as far as like quantity. So yeah, it was, man, not. I feel gypped. But anyhow, I know this is this is about art, but you know, I am painting. But my boards look sick as fuck. So what time is it? The time right now is 5:42. Since I'm done, well, I just have these ones to finish, and then I have to touch up on the black. I think I'm gonna go outside, and I am going to hold on. I don't think I'm gonna have time to router. I'm unsure. Actually, I was supposed to go to and I was just there at fucking in the same parking lot of Denny's is Harbor Freight. And I know I told you guys about Harbor Freight, that there was like a little ass router. But when I went to the lumber yard, they have like a little section of like machinery. Man, they wanted like $180 for a very, very small router. And I was like, what the fuck? So I was thinking maybe it was just like a trusted brand, right? Which is all good. But man, I'm not about to spend that right now. Like, you know, it must be like real fucking good. But yo, yeah, so I'm gonna, I don't know if I should go and check it out. I might check some out at well, you know what, I could just go online. The fuck. Audie's not thinking. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna check out Harbor Freight and see how much they're going for, because I just need like a little router. So I have one, but it's kind of big. Okay, so let me see what's going on, and then I'll get back to you guys and let you guys know what I did, if I did anything. So stay tuned.